Good morning friends, I am Anish Sogala with you. Now making your sifranter astronomy education second video. Now in my first video I told about Mercury, Venus, Earth. Now I am going to talk about Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. I am not talking about asteroid belt, that means that it is the next video, because I am going to talk in my next video about Saturn, asteroid belt and meteorite belt. Now let's talk about Mars. Hi friends, this is Mars. Mars is fourth planet from the Sun and is named after the Roman god of war. It is about half size of the Earth and its surface is covered with ferric oxide, which is rich in iron. So it is totally red, which gives it the distinct red color. It orbits the Earth in a distance of about 142 million miles or 1.52 AU, which makes it bitterly cold. The length of Martiana day is close to the Earth, about 24 hours and 37 minutes. The diameter of the half of the Earth mass but is only about 11%. The planet is often covered with white dust storms. Planet Mars has very high volcanic and highest in the solar system, deepest canyons and some craters. This is Olympus Mons, which is 27 kilometers and the highest volcano in the solar system, and has deepest valley known as Valles Marineris, largest canyon in the solar system, are located in the southern hemisphere of the Mars. So friends, Mars is very disgusting and is very mysterious. So let's talk about the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is very dangerous. Let's talk about it. Jupiter. Friends, this is the Jupiter planet. Jupiter is the sixth planet from the solar system. Beyond the inner planets and the asteroids, we encountered the realm of the giant planet and its innermost as well as the largest member, Jupiter. It is composed primarily of hydrogen and helium in supercompressed liquid form. There may be a solid core of rocks and ice at the center. It is a colorful place, dotted with vibrant rings, storms, and encircled by the distinct bands. The bands are cloud formation that have been stretched longitudinally by planets rapidly rotating it. The day on the Jupiter is 9.92 hours and has 63 moons, which also consider the biggest moon in the Jupiter, which is named as Ganymede. These moons were formed by Galileo, so these moons can also be called as Galilean moons. Is the great red spot present on the Jupiter. This is 24/7 rotating and is also the biggest cyclone in the solar system and on Jupiter. This has nearly 900 kilometers per hour running air, which means if we go in this, we will not be a single particle. Now let's finish our. Hi friends, Jupiter was also mysterious and that great red spot, I was really fed up. And now let's talk about the Saturn. This is also very mysterious. So let's talk about it. This is known as the Saturn, which is seventh planet from the Sun. Saturn is twice as far from the Sun as Jupiter, or 10 times farther than Earth. Saturn is a gas giant, a spinning sphere of hydrogen and helium. Flattened at the poles, Saturn's ring system is not unique. All four of the giants have them, but Saturn's are by the far brightest and the most extensive. They are made up of the countless small species. Saturn has 62 moons, which includes Titan, the solar system's second biggest moon. So Saturn is 774 times the dimension of the Saturn's magnetic field is 600 times stronger than the Earth. that as a Jupiter, the atmosphere on Saturn consists of three main clouds layer and bend gradually into liquid hydrogen metal beneath it. Saturn is visited by Voyager 2, Pioneer, the NASA's missions, which are really successful. It was the Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei who first saw Saturn in his new telescope, chose up exploration of Saturn. Its ring and moons were the first conducted by the NASA's mission Pioneer and Voyager. It is somewhat similar to the Jupiter in appearance. Saturn, it is also mysterious. The Saturn's belt is covered of ice and rocks, which makes it white, green and blue. So now let's talk about our last and best planet, Uranus, and next Neptune. But Neptune is very mysterious, so we are not going to talk it later. So now Uranus. Let's start it. So friends, this is Uranus. Uranus is the best moon, as known as the silent and the best planet in the solar system. Blue-green Uranus is twice as far from the Sun as Saturn, and a distance of 1784.7 million miles or 19.2 AU. It is a fluid world whose atmosphere blends smoothly into its interior. Unlike those giant gases, Uranus has high density, suggesting that its interior is made up of a hot slush of various ice molecules such as water and methane, not just hydrogen alone. Uranus has 27 moons. It is exactly 4 times the size of the Earth and is often called ice giant. Field is 50 times stronger than the Earth, generated in the mantle offset than the Earth is generated in the mantle offset from the planet's axis. 11 rings are generally narrow, apart from the innermost ring that is continuous and wide. This planet is covered with rings, but we can't see due to with the help of telescopes. But these are very faint and are being seen by the microtelescope. Uranus is not mysterious, but is very silent planet. So let's move about the very violent planet, which is our last planet, Neptune. But Pluto was considered as the last planet. But why not now? Because it is considered as a rock in the meteoroids belt, also known as Clipper's belt. So let's talk about the Neptune. Neptune is the 8th planet from the Sun. Neptune is the most distant distance of the solar system of the 4th giant planet. It is just over 30 times the further from the Sun than Earth. Neptune is a beautiful icy blue jewel struck with clouds bands and dotted with giant storm system. It has 13 natural satellites. Its average distance from the Sun is 2793.1 million miles or 30 AU. Neptune has an internal heat source that keeps it warmer. Neptune is also the mysterious planet. This is because Neptune has a moon known as Triton, as shown in the screen. Also has the highest wind blowing velocity in whole of the solar system. The wind on the Neptune runs at the 1500 million miles per second. This is very fast in the solar system. Neptune is also mysterious because 1500 miles per second wind speed is very huge in amount. And now I'm not going to talk Pluto in this video because Pluto is now considered in the meteoroids belt, but it's still moving around the Sun. So I'm going to talk Pluto in my next video. Please don't miss the next video and be subscribed and like to my videos.